6 University of Fort Hare students arrested for allegedly killing a fellow student are expected to apply for bail today in the Alice Magistrate's Court. The deceased student was accused of stealing a laptop and beaten, further stabbed to death. But at the same time, the university continues to be linked to court cases involving murdered senior staff members, academic fraud and an ongoing investigation relating to corruption. eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda is tracking the story for us and joins me live now to give me updates. And from where you stand, Ronald, as I welcome you back, how's it looking inside court?
Good morning once again, Tumela. Well, the case has been postponed to the 23rd of October for a formal bail application. And I can tell you, while we were in court, we also tried to speak to friends and family members of those who appeared in court, the 6 accused as well as the deceased, but they were unwilling to speak to the media. And one can only understand why, as this is a very sensitive matter. But for more reaction, I am joined by the University of Fort Hare's spokesperson, JP Rood. Thank you so much, JP, for your time. We really appreciate it. I'm sure a very difficult time for the university, but what do we know at this stage? What information does the university have as to what took place?
Thank you, and good morning and good afternoon to your viewers. So the incident occurred in the early morning Saturday when a body was discovered on our campus. We then undertook an internal investigation, and from what we have seen and what we have gathered is that a group of students have actually were involved in a very tragic incident that resulted in the loss of life of one of our students. The university does not condone this type of behavior. We are very, it's an incident that should not have taken place. And the case was opened at the Alice police station. From that, arrests were made, and we've then ended up with the court appearings where you were this morning. I think it's just very important that, you know, universities are microcosms of society. So what happens in society occurs on our campuses, and I think the higher education sector is grappling with security. You are also aware that a few weeks ago there was an incident at the Nelson Mandela University where a student was stabbed to death in one of the residences. So this is an issue that is definitely part and parcel of the landscape and fabric of higher education institutions.
JP, before we go into detail about the issue of security, I want to know more about the deceased. It's alleged that he was attacked because he stole a laptop. Can you confirm at this stage if the deceased himself has any previous complaints from students?
There has been incidents of where there was incident where students also tried to approach him, and security did intervene in that separate case. So what we've also done is we actually the management convened an emergency meeting 48 hours after the incident. And something that was very important is we looked at the academic record of the student. And what we saw is in the first 2 years of the student's studies, he performed exceptionally well, above average. But in third year, something went terribly wrong that we are still trying to figure out. We are not endorsing his behavior of theft, but it was just very peculiar that you had a student that excelled in academics, and third year you come and the study records reflect that something has occurred.
Okay. JP, the SRC has been quoted as saying that they've been raising concerns about security measures at the institution. Hard to believe, JP, that security is an issue here, considering that we've been covering stories here about issues of staff being under attack. Are you understaffed in terms of security?
Ronald, let me first say we are aware that those consultations have taken place with the SRC, and we've had to respond, as you've rightfully said. At this moment in time, there's a 35 million rand security upgrade project that's underway at the campus. I think you could have seen the trenches that are outside as security cameras are being placed across campus, where we are improving access through biometric security systems and access cards. And those were things that were never in place at the institution, which we are now actively working on. This specific project was launched in March this year, and we're standing at a 35% completion rate. It is estimated to be completed at next year in the first quarter. But to come back, we've had to take stock. We had a meeting, as I've indicated, which was convened by top management to review operational units' performance during the incident. And look, we have seen some blind spots. There should have been security patrols. We are asking why were there not security patrols. And what I can tell you is there's going to be consequence management. That is one of the outcomes from this meeting, that there will be hearings instituted against any staff members who were not doing their job from a security perspective. So that is where we're standing right now.
JP, thank you so much indeed. So much to talk about, but unfortunately we've run out of time. That was JP Rutte, the spokesperson for the University of Fort Hare.
All right, well, that's where we'll leave it. Thank you so much, eNCA reporter Ronald Masinda, for us on the story involving 6 University of Fort Hare students allegedly implicated and involved in the beating and stabbing of a final, or rather third-year Bachelor of Science student, also at the same institution.